Hey everybody, this is Devin with HDpiano.com, and in today's video we're going to check out Human by Jon Bellion. We're going to look at the acoustic version, which is just him and a piano, so it's not the fully produced one with all the cool vocal samples and really like intense cutting vocals. This is the acoustic version where it's just him and a piano in a studio, and it's a really great little video. So, we're going to check out the main riff in this video, which gets us through both the verses. So check it out. It looks like this. Okay, so it's very repetitive, as you probably noticed, but that's what we're working with. You'll also realize there's probably not going to be a lot of, it's not the type of thing that a drummer can play along to. This is a very, at least in this approach to the song, it's a very rubato, free, expressive, way to play it. So, you can count along maybe the first measures in time, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have what we call a fermata, which is just hanging out on a chord. It looks like a little half circle with a dot in it, and that just means kind of linger, right? So you linger on the chord. It's all about being pensive. Think about the lyric, and then when you're ready, lead back into the next one, right? And another pause. So each phrase is followed by a little pause. Because of there's one lyric in particular that really needs some consideration, and I think that's the I spend 4,000 on the Mart McFlies. I had to Google that because I was like, what? Mart McFlies? And apparently it's a type of shoe that ties itself. Wow, how futuristic. I certainly have never spent that much on shoes. I'd be curious if any of you guys have, though. So, let's check out these chords. We've got B major. So we're in the key of F sharp or G flat. You can think of it either way. We'll call this B major. So B in the left, F sharp, B, and D sharp in the right. And then we go to so that's the 4 chord because we're in the key of F sharp. It's, the 4th up the scale. Okay, so that's the 4 chord. Then we go to the 5 chord, which is C sharp, but we put it over the 3rd of that chord, which is E sharp. So we have E sharp in the bass, but a C sharp chord in the right hand. So that's E sharp in the bass, E sharp, G sharp, and C sharp in the right. And no matter how we approach calling these notes, we could call this song and say that it's in G flat, right? It could either be considered F sharp or G flat. But if we called it G flat, then when we get here, we would have to call this C flat. So I don't know what's weirder, having a C flat or an E sharp. But either way, this song is definitely a little bit tricky when it comes to note names because of the enharmonics. So, we have our B chord, C sharp over E sharp, and that resolves to the 1 chord, F sharp major. All right, so those are our 3 voicings, pretty much going to get us through the whole thing. B major, go ahead and try and play along. C sharp over E sharp, and F sharp, which is F sharp, C sharp in the left, F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp in the right. Okay, so we do this 8 times, and between each time, like I said, there's a little a little piano moment, kind of to lead us in, to give us a little motion into the next cycle. So the first one. All right, and notice how I kind of pick up the tempo a little bit. I push it into that next chord. And that was 2 F sharps in the left, and 3 and 4 and then I hit F sharp and C sharp on the end of 4. 3 and 4 and into the chord. All right, and that's when he says, "So I feel guilty when I go to church." Right? Next one, "The pastor tells me I've been saved, I'm fine." And that one is, right? "The pastor tells me I've been saved, I'm fine," etc. Right? Okay, so the first ones we've worked with are, all right, and the next one with the lyric starting with "the pastor tells me." Little different, but more or less the same idea. Okay, and then the next one, "Please explain to me why my chest still hurts," starts with, right, parallel tenths. So F sharp and A sharp in the left, and then A sharp and C sharp in the right, which leads us right into a B major. Now, in the second verse, most of these are pretty much the same. There is one difference, which is this particular one leading into the fourth phrase, where he says, "I threw up on the lawn." He actually doesn't have a pickup into that phrase. Just wanted to let you guys know. All right, so now the next one, carrying on to the "I spend 4,000 on the Mart McFlies." Okay, we have a little bit busier left hand in that one. 3 and 4 and 1. So in the left hand we go 3, 4 and 1. F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B. And in the right hand we just walk up a F sharp major. Okay? Moving on the Mart McFlies. And then we do the same thing. "But I'm still petrified of going broke." And almost the same thing, but the left hand is just going to stay on 2 F sharps. "There's someone gorgeous in my bed tonight." And here's the dark lyric with no pickup into it. "But I'm still petrified that I'll die alone." Okay? So, that gets us through the first verse and the second verse. And as usual, the rest of the videos, I'll be teaching the more pianistic bits in the following video, part 2. And in video number 3, I'll be teaching the bridge until the end, right? Where he starts going off about his GPS on his phone. It's certainly an interesting song. It's so pensive and beautiful, but lyrically it's so modern. So it's an interesting mishmash for sure. So head on over to HDpiano.com to check out the rest of the videos, and I'll see you over there. In the meantime, you can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/HDpiano. Reach out to us on Twitter @HDpiano or Instagram, also @HDpiano. We take requests on Twitter using the hashtag HDrequests. And if you learn anything that if you learn anything from one of our videos, we will gladly repost it on our Instagram if you send us a video of you playing it. So, we hope to hear from you soon and see you over at hdpiano.com. This is Devin, tuning up. Thanks, guys.